So let me quickly take you through the report for this year. Empowering Africa Food System for the Future is the theme of this year's report. Think of food system as a car, and that Africa's car is broken and needs some fixing. What to expect from the report? First, when you look through the report, we took a forward-looking approach, which means that throughout the report, we are trying to answer a very simple question. Why to empower Africa food system? The target, the aim to that empowerment is to achieve sustainable, healthy diet for all Africans. However, unless we understand what or where we are recovering from, we cannot find the path for recovery. And that's why in the report, there are 3 chapters that focus on the state, analyzing the state of Africa food system. Where is Africa with respect to a certain goal? Where is Africa? Where are the point of failures, the point of weaknesses throughout the food system? Let me walk you through some of the highlights. First, when we look throughout the system from access to inputs all the way to consumptions, so the point is not to only highlight the point of failures, but also identify the areas that need interventions. Some reviewers thought that these 3 chapters on assessing where the system is, the system are, were too gloomy. But that's exactly the point. So we didn't want to sugarcoat the fact, but to highlight the point of failures so that we can also point to the key areas of interventions. So there are hope in the report, and the hope is introduced through 2 key drivers. The first one is the African Continental Free Trade Area as a driver of food system transformation in Africa. The ACFTA is a single continental market with a population of about 1.3 billion people with a combined GDP of $3.4 trillion. Based on a recent study by the World Bank that came out last year, Africa is expecting to double foreign direct investment under the agreement. And the same is also expect to happen in terms of real income will increase by 9%. It is true that the agreement is not all about food system, but the question is how African food system can leverage this boost in terms of demand. The next channel of hope is coming through demographic dividend. As you probably know, by 2030, the continent will add 200 million people. And by 2050, 800 million people. And I know there are the highlights that this may be a ticking bomb for Africa. But as far as the report is concerned, we took a different view, looking at this demographic dividend more as an opportunity that can happen if we invest in labor productivity, in human capital, invest in technology, invest in knowledge and innovation. As someone put it, that if the right investment in labor productivity are made, human capital could be the Africa's greatest asset. But of course, as I said, the potential in the agreement, the potential in demographic dividend are not enough unless we invest. And one of the key areas in the report that we are highlighting is investing in knowledge and innovation. We need to invest in how we can produce differently, package differently, store differently, distribute differently. All of that require additional knowledge and innovation. And one that I wanted to highlight here is the digital revolution to empower Africa's system for the future. It's already happening. Digital revolution is not only improving communication, but it's also transforming businesses, transforming the education, transforming health. So the idea is, how can Africa leverage this digital transformation to boost, to empower its food system? The food system of the future will be driven, will be led by the youth. And so we need to make it attractive. We need to infuse a degree of technology into food system and through digital transformation. Investment in knowledge, investment in innovation, digital transformation, all of that will require financing. And when you look at the food system as a whole, I think the financing component is the weakest link of the system. And this is where we need a change. When we call it a financial shift is needed. Less than 5% of total credit portfolio volume in most African countries is invested in agricultural sector. Many African countries are still failing to achieve the Maputo Declaration, Maputo Commitment, Maputo Declaration. Less than 20% of funding need for African agriculture SMEs is met. So we need innovative financing, from microfinancing for small orders farmers to public-private partnership. We need refreshed, accessible, and sustainable financing model to empower Africa food system. So let me finish with this, that the challenge faced by Africa food system provide a clear call for a concerted response from government, the private sector, communities, and individuals alike. This is not a one institution show, a one-man show. It has to be all of us coming together. We cannot expect a resilient, sustainable, and inclusive Africa food system for the future while we continue business as usual. The time for action is now. Thank you.